Hello people, this is a new tutorial of Rambazamba showing how to create music with Linux and synthesizers. The most of these synthesizer things can be used on Windows too, so this video is not only for Linux users, it may be interesting for Windows users the same way. So let's start. I have started here Muse at the time with no special input, and I have Kala here. I have done something here. I have here an input to jack, so you can hear what I'm playing. This is a mixer, so I can use both outputs and need only to connect to one input here. And so we start. Here's Muse. First I start with adding a MIDI file to Muse. Here we are. It's a German version of Muse. I don't know how to set it to English, but it's in many times it's in English. So here, import MIDI file. It's not a German menu text, so import MIDI file. I go here to the directory downloads, so go here, downloads. Here I have MIDI, and here I use the Brent 2.3 file. It's something about a Brandenburg concerto of Johann Sebastian Bach, or Bach, how the English-speaking people would tell it. So the Back to the Future, in German it's Bach to the Future, which sounds not so good. So here, this is the concerto number 2, and I don't know if it's the third movement, I'm not sure. So I import it. I will not put it into the song. I will create a new one out of this import. I don't want to save anything, and here I have this MIDI info. First I want to do is to make these things bigger. The first one does not need to be bigger, so go here, this one, so you can see better what is happening in this MIDI channel view. Here we have number 6 and number 7, and this one they have no info, so let's stay them in the small view. I want to change the channels. This channel do not care, but this one should be channel 1, this channel 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So I have 6 different channels here. I will go, all of them are output, the output is going to jack MIDI 0, and when I now change to Kala, I can see here it has changed. I don't have an audio output because I deleted, or I don't have the audio track here, and I only have the MIDI out 0. This is completely okay. So now let's start to add a synthesizer. I add a plug-in. It's essential that you put all hooks here on this on FX Instruments, MIDI plugins and other MISC, because the synthesizer I want to add, it is not an instrument, it's saved as an effect, but it is used as an instrument. So I put here the letters cardin, it's for cardinal. Here I have the cardinal. I will take the alpha v2 version of cardinal and double click it, and here it is. It has many inputs, many outputs, audio, and also many in and outputs for control voltage, and MIDI in and MIDI out. I put the MIDI out here to the MIDI in here, and I will only use audio output 1 and 2 here, but I will connect it on the inside. First we will look at the inside here, double click cardinal. Unfortunately the window for cardinal cannot be maximized at once, so I have to do this by dragging it to the maximum size. And now I want to look here. Host audio, we need it, yes. Host control voltage, at the time I don't need it. Host MIDI, I need it many times, so I put it here. I do not need this and that, and the text is also not needed. So this one I can put here to the right, and I start here creating the first MIDI synth. First I want to do is I go here to view, and I set this to scroll wheel knob control, so I can use the mouse wheel to rotate the knobs. Then I go here, MIDI channel, this should be set to MIDI channel 1. And now let's start creating the synthesizer. I press the right mouse button, this menu here occurs. I change the brand to Borg Audio. It is programming label, let's name it programming, the programmers Borg Audio. Okay, programmers, let's name it this way. They have lots of synthesizers, and I like this Borg Audio synth. So first what I need is a VCO. I don't use this VCO, I use this one here, because it has all outputs of all waveforms here, and it has additional settings with this knobs here. I put here two of this oscillator, so select it at the top, press Ctrl G, and there we are. We have a copy of it. I need a mixer here. It's also in Borg Audio, so I can find it here. It's mix 8, or I type in mix here and see only mixers. So I need one of these, put it here, and then we need some more things. I can change the octave of this XCOs here, but I don't use this wheel here. It's uncomfortable. I use another thing. I press here. It's also from Borg Audio. I type in here scale, and I have this thing here. I put it to here, and a copy I put it to there. And with this you can change the offset here in 1 voltage steps, and this 1 voltage 1 volt is 1 octave for the control voltage. So this first thing, but now start over. And what do we need? What else do we need? We need VCF, it's here. We need envelope generators. I type in here ADSR, and I use this one here. and there we need 2 of them. So I use another thing here. These ADSRs, I put them one in front of the VCF, and another thing is needed. It's the voltage controlled amplifier. So VC amp is the name of this. Is this one here. Put it to there. And now just another thing. It's not from Bock Audio, so go to all brands and type in VU, and this is a mono VU meter. I put it to there. This should be everything. Now start the first wiring. The voltage control, control voltage here from the MIDI. I put it to the in here, and I put it to the in there, and the out is done to the input of first, and this out here to this input. So now the gate here, it goes to the gate here, but we have another interesting thing here. The MIDI files I use here, and you open such a thing, you see that these notes are not, they are, I think here it is better viewable. There is no break between the end here and the start here, and so the gate here, it will not create a new gate. I found out how to deal with this. I have to put on here, I think it's also from Bock Audio, so I go in again. I change this here from back to view, delete the text here. Brand is Bock Audio again, and now do I find it? I think it's here. No. What's this? Bool. Yes, this is the thing I want. I put it here. And I have here 2 inputs. The one input of this is the gate, the other is the retrigger. And now I use the XOR output here for triggering this one and this one. And this the retrigger is created when Muse sends notes without a break inside, and this XOR, I found it out, is a bit of examination, and now it works. We have a look at it later, but now to the wiring for this outputs here. I put this outputs here to these inputs there. I use such a mixer here because I can disable any of these inputs just by clicking here on these knobs, and this is very comfortable. So on to the next synth, next XCO to the channels 5 to 8, and the output here, it goes first into the VCF here, and the output here to the in here. Now I connect the envelope generators. The envelope here, it goes to the FM here. The envelope here, it goes to the control voltage of this one. And here I have the output. I connect it to the audio input of the VU meter. Now I can have a look if it works. So I switch to Muse and start playing, and here you see it is working. I will connect this output here first to this output of Cardinal to set the first synthesizer. So stop it here. I have now the my headphones on, so I can listen what is being played and connect it here and there. Go to Kala, connect this one to this mixer. Okay, you hear it is playing, so I will keep it, let it play. And now alter the settings here. So first is it should be at a lower volume. And now let's play with this envelope generators here. So I disable sine and triangle sounds. I only have here rectangles and sawtooths. So let's fine-tune these pieces here to be a bit out of tune from the other. Okay, let's stop here. I'm not sure why this thing is acting the way it does. So let's look here. Okay, it sounds the way it does. Okay, let's look if it works. So now a thing that's essential is now disconnect the cables here. And now we create copies of this synthesizers. I need here, when I close here, we need 6 pieces. So I can put 2 copy here, copy here, copy here, perhaps copy to the top, or let's just move this up and now press Ctrl and C button, press here, Ctrl V, there's a second one, now Ctrl V a second time, there you have the next copy, move it here, Ctrl V, next one, next one. I've pressed here Ctrl C and V to get it to there, not to this top position here, and here Ctrl C V and the next one. Now I have to change the MIDI channels here, so right click here, MIDI channel, this should be channel 2, this one here, MIDI channel 3, MIDI channel 4, MIDI channel, where are you? It's 5, and this one, it's MIDI channel, it's MIDI channel 6. So now I need a new thing here. It's a mixer like this one, the same as here, but I don't copy it here. I put it here by typing mix here, mix H. Okay, I put it here, and now I can connect this inputs here, or put it here, and now I can connect the things here to these inputs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I now will check this. What will I do to this volumes here? I will, at the time, I will let them on 0. I now will set the panning, put this one, it's just for testing. Like this. Okay, they play very distant. Okay, now I connect this mixer here to this output here, and let's go to Muse, and we start it from the beginning with all channels. Okay, there is something wrong. Let's have a look what it is. Offset here. Okay, there is a problem. There is no connection of... No, it's not the problem. I can now let only the first XCO, FM. Fine. Exponential. So go to Muse. Go here on the solo. Only play this one. Okay, second one. First we look at 5 and 6. This one. So, have a look. Offset. Scale. It's this one here. In. So I only activate the first XCO and let's have a look how it sounds. It sounds bad. Ah, the scale here is I need to put the scale back here of all somewhere I must have put this wheel here. So this one, and the first one here also. Okay, now go to Muse. Okay, sounds better. So I can reactivate the second synth here. I use this and this and have a listen to it. Okay, switch back to all. Now we can tune the voices. So I have here channel 5 and 6. I'll let it play and go here to here and change settings on the VCF. Okay, now we go to here and set this to solo. It's channel 3. Okay, channel 3. It is this is 1, 2. This is this one here. Okay, let it start. go to here, have a look at channel 4. This one should be this one here. You see it? Okay. Okay, let it this way. Go to Muse again. Now tune the channel 2 here. This one. This one here. Okay, I think we have taken all 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's play it all. Muse, go to first position. Okay, now what have I done here? Ah, no, nothing. It's all okay. So this is the 6 synths and the mixing. So leave this by pressing escape. And now I want to create some effects here. So Control A, type in there reverb. I like the Carve reverb. So I go here to Carve reverb, here it is, and I have another effect, Control E, it's a delay, and there I like the Carve vintage delay, and put it to this position. So now double click on the reverb, set the dry thing here to no dry to the output, because the dry was transported by this cables here. I don't need dry inside the reverb. And the same I do for the delay here, this dry also to minus infinite, no dry output at all. So I put this one here to there and there, and this one to there and there. Now I put the inputs here, outputs here of the cardinal to there and there. And I put the input gain here a bit lower for these two effects, and I start Muse play. Okay, now I can okay, this sounds nice. Take it now onto the delay here. Change this to play. I stop the thing to hear how the delay is working. Okay, nice. I think we can listen to it in complete. So I go here and I start the song. Okay, this was the complete song. You can take more time to tune the voices so they are a bit nicer. Perhaps tune the reverb and delay, perhaps not so much reverb as I used in this case, and create nice songs with it. It would be nice if you press the sub button to follow me and click on the bell. You can will be told when I create new videos, and so many thanks for watching this video of Rambazamba, and on to the next video. Bye.